यज्ञयुज्यो महेज्यश्चक्रतु सत्रं सताङ्गतिः सर्वदर्शी विमुक्तात्मा सर्वज्ञो ज्ञानमुत्तमम्.
There are 10 names in this sloka. They are Yajnaha, Ijyaha, Mahejyaha, Kratuhu, Satram, Satamgatihi, Sarvadarsi, Vimuktatma, Sarvajnaha, Jnanamuttamam. Let us understand the significance of each name. Yajnaha, Sarvayajna Rupatvat Yajnaha. He who is of the form of Yajna. Yajno vai Vishnuhu. Vishnu is truly Yajna or sacrifice. The one who, in the form of Yajna, gives joy or satisfaction to the Devas, the omniscient being. Bhagavata Mahapurana says, Swayambhuva Manu renounced his throne and went out with his virtuous wife Shatarupa. He did tapas with strict religious austerities on the banks of Sunanda. Some demons, whose nature was cruelty, tried to swallow him. Bhagavan Vishnu, who is of the form of sacrifice, cut their throats with his disc. The demigods praised Lord Viṣṇu, Thou art the savior of the virtuous. Manu is a legislator and a saint. There are said to be 14 of these Manus. Ijyaha, Yastavyo Apyayameveti Ijyaha. He who is fit to be worshipped in a sacrifice. Lord Viṣṇu assumes the forms of all deities who are worshipped in sacrifices. Sacrifices, as agreeable to the Vedas, address their oblations to the Lord, the one who is worshipped for his venerableness.
ये यजन्ति मखैः पुण्यैर् देवतादीन् पितॄनपि आत्मानमात्मना नित्यं विष्णुमेव यजन्ति ते.
Those who worship divinities and the departed ancestors, who are also divinities with holy sacrifices, are truly worshipping Vishnu, who is the seat of all. Mahejyaha, the most adorable one. Vishnu is the most venerable among the gods because he is the only god who can grant liberation. Hence, he is fit to be worshipped much. The body conscious and unintelligent worship different gods for seeking some benefits in return. The gods certainly grant their wishes, but they are temporary. They are useful in this life only. Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita, chapter 7, Sloka 23.
अन्तवत्तु फलं तेषां तद्भवत्यल्पमेधसां देवान् देवयजो यान्ति मद्भक्ता यान्ति मामपि.
Arjuna, those worship different gods whose life has an end reach them. My devotees attain me, that is, I grant moksha. Here, Bhagavan Krishna assures his worshippers that he will grant liberation. No other god can grant liberation. Kratuhu, Yopasahito Yajnaha Kratuhu. He who is the form of a sacrifice which has got a sacrificial post. The Lord is called Kratuhu, as he is of the form of a sacrifice which has got a sacrificial post. Satram, Asatyupaiti Chodana Lakshanam Satram, Satastrayata Itiva. The one whose nature is Dharma, the Savior. He saves people from their Sat or the effects in the form of karma. So, he is the Savior. The acts prescribed by Vedas relating to sacrifices are set in Vidhi order. This is known as Chodana, that is direction. Lord Viṣṇu receives the dharmas in the form of Vidhi. Satam Gatihi. Satam Mumukshunam Nanya Gatiriti Satam Gatihi. He who is the ultimate destiny of the liberation seekers. He who guides the good to his abode, that is moksha. He who saves his devotees from earthly ties. Sarvadarshi. Sarvesham praninam krutakrutam sarvam pasyati swabhavikena bodheneti sarvadarshi. He who comprehends the acts of all living beings, righteous and sinful, through his supernatural intelligence. Paramatma is the form of consciousness. He witnesses the acts, both kruta and akruta, of all beings. Kruta means prescribed acts. Akruta means prohibited acts. Vimuktatma. Swabhavena vimukta atma yasyeti vimuktatma. He who is liberated by his own nature. Jiva feels he is bound due to ignorance. He gets liberated after he has gained the Atma Jnana or the knowledge of the self. This is possible only by hearing the teachings of true spiritual masters and the mercy of Parameshwara. Kathopanishad says, he is always liberated, he liberates others.
पुरमेकादशद्वारमजस्यावक्रचेतसः अनुष्ठाय न शोचति विमुक्तश्च विमुच्यते एतद् वैतत्.
The Atma, who is unborn and who is the form of interminable consciousness, dwells in a city with 11 gates. He who meditates on Atma never grieves. His ignorance disperses. Finally, he transcends the cycle of repeated births and deaths. The 11 gates, 7 apertures in the head, 1 navel, 2 in the lower portion of the body, and 1 fontanella, that is Brahmarandra. The city is the human body. He who is the soul of all. Sarvajnaha. Sarvaschasau jnascheti sarvajnaha. The one who is all, that is Sarva. He who is omniscient. Every part of the universe constitutes a portion of his cosmic form. One must know that whatever is seen is nothing but Atma. Idam sarvam yadayam Atma. Brihadaranyaka says, the Supreme Being is to be known in his entirety. That is, all that is seen is Atma. Jnanamuttamam. The one who is consciousness which is superior to all. That consciousness is superlatively excellent, eternally true, indivisible according to place, time and matter, and which is one of instrumentality, meaning making something happen. That is, fulfillment in the form of realizing the God. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. The Brahma is truth, knowledge and infinitude.
यज्ञयुज्यो महेज्यश्चक्रतु सत्रं सताङ्गतिः सर्वदर्शी विमुक्तात्मा सर्वज्ञो ज्ञानमुत्तमम्.
Om Tat Sat.